So you got knocked down. Now it's time to rebuild stronger than ever. This is Forged by Fire, the Intentional Man podcast for husbands, fathers, and leaders who refuse to stay broken. We rebuild with purpose, we live with clarity, and we lead like hell's watching. Let's get to work. So, you broke it. Been there. Not a good place to be. Maybe it was lies. Maybe it was the emotional distance, the defensiveness. The bottom line, you hurt her. Not once, but probably over the years several times, right? And the natural question is now, is there a way back? Short answer is yes, there is. But in all honesty, it's probably not the path that you're thinking of. And it's probably not a path that's going to be easy, but there is a path. So this episode's about rebuilding your marriage when you're the one who's wrecked it. And why showing up different beats saying I'm sorry every time. Now, I'm sure there's some of you who are listening that, well, I haven't wrecked it. I'm not that far gone. Or everything's going great. There's going to be some points in here that I think will resonate with every single one of us, regardless of where we're at in our marriage. Whether it's great, whether it's, well, things could be better, or if it's, I've ruined everything. So I would encourage everybody to listen along and really take to heart some of the things we're going to talk. Now, when we get down deep and I start looking at things I've done over the years, I'm not proud of how I used to show up in my marriage. You know, I thought being a provider was enough. I thought I love you meant something when my actions didn't back it up. And believe me, that happened a lot more than I'd like to admit. I made excuses. I avoided hard conversations. I bulldozed her feelings that I didn't want to face on my own. And it did not get me any place good. And unfortunately, she said what I never wanted to hear. It's time for you to leave. It's time for you to get out. And what she was actually saying was, I don't feel safe with you anymore. And let me tell you, that cut deep. Cut deep because she was right and I was wrong. And unfortunately for me, there wasn't a path back at the time. At least I didn't know it. And through all my reflection, my learning, my growing, peeling back the layers, I found that there was a way forward. And that's what I love helping men discover. What was that way that I didn't know about? And I'm going to give you guys some pointers here. We're going to talk through some things. But those who think that it's too far gone, let me tell you, I've seen it firsthand. I've helped men firsthand. It's not too far gone. There is a path back. One of the things I did is I kept saying I was going to change. And one of the things I kept telling her was I was going to change. And the truth of the matter is she didn't want the promises. She wanted consistency. And that's why men who choose to work with me, I tell them from day one, stop making promises. This isn't about making promises. It's about making real actionable change that's going to last. Because how many of us can sit here and honestly say we've never made empty promises? Whether or not at the time we thought they were empty, we've all done that. And that's not what she needs to hear. She needs to see consistency. She needs to see you show up. She doesn't want flowers. She doesn't want another speech of how you're going to fix things, how you're going to make things better. Man, I was good at that. But again, empty words. She needed to see that I changed. And that's what your wife needs to see, that you're changing, that you're growing, that you're being the man that you want to be, that you promised her you were going to be. It's time to man up. It's time to be who you said you were going to be, the man that you want to be. You know, one of my favorite verses in the Bible, and I know I'm taking it a little bit out of context, but it applies here. You know, when I was a child, I did childish things, but now that I'm, of age, I've put away childish things. Men, put away your childish things. Put away your childish behavior. Start being a man. Be the man that your wife needs. Be the man that your wife wants. Stop being a child. Stop making speeches. Stop making promises and start to do the work on the inside. Be the change that you want to be. I'm misquoting all over the place here today, but she needs to see that change. She does not need to hear it, guys. So what does that mean for you? It means you're going to have to start showing up different every day. And one of the key things is you're not showing up for her approval. You've got to start showing up for yourself. Start making the changes that you want to make in your life. Because if you want to make those changes, they're going to stick. But if you make the changes for her because you think that's what she wants, one, you're probably going to mess up because that's not really what she wants. You're thinking too surface level. But two, it's not going to stick because that change isn't coming from you. Think about in your life, every time you've made a change, good or bad, you've wanted it. The changes you made in your life, you wanted it. They came from you. Again, good or bad, but the change came from you. And these changes have to come from you. They have to come from you putting away your immaturity, your fearfulness, and anything else that's holding you back. You've got to be a man. You've got to man up and start doing the hard things. Being a man is never meant to be easy. It's a challenge every day. It's a grind every day. But let me tell you, when you're on the other side of it, after you've done the work, that work becomes easier and it becomes habit, and you will be proud of the man you've become. Once you're proud of the man you become, you're going to be a man that she can trust again. Man, I was not a man she could trust. And trust is not rebuilt with grand gestures. It's rebuilt with little things. Again, with the consistency. Showing up when you said you were going to show up. Listening without defending. Man, if she's talking to you and giving you advice on things she wants to see changed, listen. Shut up and listen. Listen to what she's saying. Women are great at saying things like, the trash is full. We all know what that really means. Can you please take out the trash? Right? She gives subtle hints all the time. You've got to learn to start picking up on those. Whether they're big or little, you know how your wife communicates. If she's giving you subtle hints, start picking up on those. And if there's any women listening here, please stop with the subtle hints. We don't get it all the time. But men, start picking up on the subtle hints. And another thing you've got to do is lead the family when it's uncomfortable. When there's hard decisions to make them. If there's hard discipline to be carried out, maybe Johnny's good at football and, he's in trouble and he really needs to not play football now. Don't let your wife go and do that. Again, man up and go do it yourself. If there's hard decisions that need to be made or hard consequences that need to be carried out, you do it. Don't let your wife do it. What type of man are you if you let your wife go and do the hard things? Is that a man leading his family? Is that a man letting his wife lead his family? We all know the answer to that. But when the rubber meets the road, do we really want to confront ourselves and realize that that's not really leading our family? Because I don't want to be in an uncomfortable situation. I don't want to make that uncomfortable decision. Truth of the matter is, if you want to be a leader of your family and if you want to have your wife's love and respect, you're going to do that. And if you don't want her love and respect, don't do that. But again, if you're listening to this, I bet you want your wife's love and respect. So go do those hard things. And another thing, men, you need to do is you need to own your shit. If you make a mistake, own up to it. I've made mistakes. I own up to it all the time. Is it comfortable? No. Do I like doing it? No. But you know what? When you own up to it, your wife knows she can trust you. She knows if you make a mistake, you're going to own up to it. And don't wait for her to find out. If you screw something up or do something that you know is going to make her upset, don't try to hide it. Again, be a man. Have the hard conversations. Let her know that she can trust you. Really that easy, guys. And so often us men, we make stupid mistake after stupid mistake, when in reality, all she wants is consistency, honesty, and a leader who does the right thing for the right reasons. So if you've screwed up, Welcome to the club, man. Doesn't mean it's over. It really, really doesn't. The key to doing it is to show up different. You know, one of the things I have the men that I coach do is I've got what I call an emotional support text strip and one of the key things about it is texting your wife every day. Just something. Hey, thank you for picking up the kids yesterday from school when I wasn't able to make it. And one of the key things in that is we want to show appreciation. We want to show her that we love her, we honor her, we treasure her, all those different things. We want to show her that. And one of the things, and it's the hardest thing to do for us guys, is we want to write those texts in such a way that doesn't elicit a response. Now, if she responds, that's great. But start doing that every day. Send your wife a text. Hey, thank you for doing this. Hey, I love the way that you do this for our kids. Hey, whatever it is, come up with your own. You know your wife. You know what she needs. Just send that every day. Because what's going to happen over time, if there is some animosity built up, if there is some disconnect there, if there's some, if the connection just isn't there, what's going to start happening is she's going to start reading through these texts after a while. And as she reads through these texts, she's going to be reminded of the man you are. And because you're not eliciting a response, it's going to start changing your mind. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a gratitude journal, but it's really a great thing to do. And you just write down all the things you're thankful for, and it changes your mindset over time. And that's really what this text thread is doing. It's the same thought process as a gratitude journal, except instead of you writing it, you're writing it for her and you're showing it to her. And you're writing that every day, the things you're thankful for about her, the things you're thankful for that she does. And it's going to change her mindset about you over time if you keep writing these things down and sending them to her. And it's those little things that really make a big impact over time. Again, little things over time equal a big impact. So if you were disrespectful to her, lead with honor, and don't do it for her attention. That's the biggest downfall I see guys make is we do things and we want a cookie. Hey, I took out the trash. Hey, I did this. I did that. Don't tell her. If you took out the trash, just let it be. She doesn't need to know. If you went and filled her car up with gas, okay. She doesn't need to know. I mean, filling up with gas, if she's going to leave early for work or something to go get gas, you might want to let her know. You'd hate for her to leave 20 minutes early after you did something nice for her, but you get what I'm saying. She doesn't need to know every little thing you do, whether it was for her, whether it was for the family. You did it because that's the person you are. That's the man you're becoming. That's the tone you're setting in the relationship, is I do things without expecting a reward. How much is that going to change her mindset when you start doing that? When you start letting your actions speak louder than your apologies, right? Rebuilding your relationship with your wife isn't about groveling. It's about integrity. It's about consistency. It's about ownership, taking ownership for all the mistakes you've made. And as you're learning and growing, don't call out her mistakes. Be gracious with her. Be gentle with her. Show her kindness and forgiveness. And just let them go. And watch the change in your wife. I tell you, man, it is amazing. And really, at the end of the day, that's how trust is earned back. That's how love grows again. That's how you get her from, I love you, but I'm not in love with you, to I'm in love with you again. And, that's how marriage gets forged by fire. If you needed this, subscribe and leave a review and share it with a man who's on this path too. Want to go deeper? Join the free group at forgedbyfirepodcast.com. That's where we do the daily work. And next time, we're burning the old you to the ground. Man, this is going to be awesome. Episode 5 is about the version of you that's got to die so that the new one can rise. Don't miss it. Do not miss that one. It's going to be amazing. Thanks for listening to Forged by Fire, the Intentional Man podcast. Your comeback story starts here. Don't forget to subscribe and share this with a man who needs it. And if you are ready to take the next step, join my free community, guys. That's where all the real talk happens. No BS, no fluff. You'll find the link at forgedbyfirepodcast.com. Real conversations, real men, no pretending. Let's rise.